Hello YouTube, LJ Draco here. Yes, it's been a very long time since I've done a video, since the whole room swap and everything. It's been a bit hectic. I've bought a lot of stuff recently, but I've also sold a lot of stuff recently. Kind of getting at that age now where life's getting a bit more important than possessions, but I'm not completely given up yet. I'm still collecting, just selling more than collecting, but hopefully that will stop and things will pick up. Now, a couple of things that I did buy recently that I was going to review but ended up selling before I got a chance to do the video was Sin City 2 on 3D. I like the film, I like the 3D, but I think I'd much prefer just to watch that one on standard Blu-ray, to be honest. Jumper I bought on 3D. I just prefer to watch the standard film. The 3D wasn't that noticeable. I'm pretty sure that was it. I've sold a bunch of other 3D films recently that weren't particularly good. I've still got quite a lot of my main ones. I bought a couple of others recently. I was meant to do a review for Big Hero 6 3D when that came out. I didn't end up doing that, so I made to do like a mini review in this collection. But anyway, I've got some Blu-rays, some 3D Blu-rays, some DVDs, and some other extra little surprises. I'm just going to start off with the standard DVDs, which I decided to plonk onto underneath my Blu-rays. I'm sorry if I'm a bit out of it today. I've been not well recently with this change in weather and stuff like that. It's just been very all over the place. Now, as you guys have watched probably from my previous videos, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. I've not really mentioned it too much, but I've always been looking for season 7 of Doctor Who, and it was always too hard to find around London. It was always so hard and complicated to find. But in the end, I was in one of my local CEXs and I found season 7 of Doctor Who, which I'm happy about because it's the actual proper one that matches the, well, not spine-wise, but size-wise matches the season 5 and 6. It's not that thin case with number 8. Quite happy to purchase that. It was £10. It was cheap and affordable, so it was good. I'm happy I've got it to go with my collection. I've watched a couple of episodes from various seasons since it's come out, and I was kind of liking it, but I wasn't getting into it. So the other day I decided to buy season 1 and 2, and I've watched the entire first season. I'm now on the first disc of season 2 of Game of Thrones. I bought these both for £14 together, and I'm really hooked already. I do like season 2, but I just like the Stark family, and I like the Stark family, but I also like Tyrion Lannister, even though he's not really British, but I like him as Tyrion Lannister because he's just absolutely hilarious. But it's a good series so far. It's really gruesome, it's really gritty, but it's also really dramatic, and I like it. One of my favourite characters, this is my top 5 favourite characters, is Tyrion Lannister is number 1. I think Ned Stark or Ed Stark, Sean Bean, second favourite. Third favourite is Jon Snow. Fourth is Hodor. And fifth is I never say her name. I just called her Dragon Woman. I know she's a Targaryen. That's all I know. But I like that. But Tyrion Lannister has to be my favourite, just for the fact that he's absolutely fucking hilarious. Also, another thing, I was watching my previous update video before this, and I realised that I'm swearing a lot in my videos. Now, sometimes swearing a lot can be quite fun, but it's not me. I must have been either really hyped or just an idiot, really. So I apologise for all that language. The video would have been a lot more nicer not to swear so much, so I'm going to try my hardest not to in this one. Yeah, so far that's just my DVD pickup. So it's just them 3 box sets there. They're all quite cheap. I'm quite happy to have those. Now it's on to standard Blu-rays. I picked this one up for £5 on Amazon, brand new, on Prime, and it was the Avatar 3-disc extended Blu-ray collector's edition. I'm quite happy. I've got the 3D of this, but I quite like this nice 3-disc collector set. I've got the DVD of it, but it's just Avatar's such a nicer film to watch on Blu-ray and 3D. I mean, even watching it on DVD for me was just was good, but watching it on 3D and Blu-ray was just, you know, so much nicer. You tend to enjoy the film much more. So yeah, I'm quite happy to have that now, along with the 3D one. It makes me quite happy to have Avatar. I'm a huge fan. I'm looking forward to the next 2 Avatar films when they come out. So yeah, it's quite enjoyable. The next film I also bought for £5 free on Amazon Prime. Jumanji, and I was looking forward to watching this on Blu-ray. The transfer is good. There's still a bit of grain in there and a bit of seediness, but it's worth the watch, and it was really, really entertaining. Also, there's a nice little feature on here with the Blu-ray exclusive Jungle Adventure virtual board game, which me and my fiance had quite a good time playing the other day, and we had laughs. So it's definitely quite well. I like the disc art, and the back casing art is where he's standing on that little beach of all the stones with the pelican holding the board game under its foot thing. Alright, next is Skyline on Blu-ray. This is £1. I like Skyline. Watching it on Blu-ray was just incredible. I used to have it on Blu-ray before, but I sold like all my Blu-rays before because I was getting out of them. I didn't like Blu-ray much. But now that I'm starting to actually appreciate it a bit more, I'm starting to try and get back into it. I've sold like 600 DVDs in the past 3 days purely for the fact that I'm just... I don't know. I basically told my fiance that she'd have to leave the house so I can have more films, and I realised that I was taking it a bit too far. So I chose my love over my films, but I still have the majority of my films. There's still more films than anything else in the house. Yeah. Next up is Sucker Punch. Love this film. A lot of people hated it. I like the concept of this, and I like the... I love the graphics. I love the script. I love the actors or the actresses. It was just a fun action sci-fi kind of thing. It was also like a psychological thriller kind of thing. It was awesome. I liked it. Next up is one of my favourite J.J. Abrams and Steven Spielberg productions. I enjoyed this movie. There's a film that came out just like it called Earth to Echo, which I hated, but I love this film and it is Super 8. I absolutely adore this film. It's a great film. There's just so much nice colour, and the story about the kids is awesome. I like the little blonde pyro friend who just insults the biggest kid in the restaurant. Hey, excuse me, can you order a plate of fries because my friend's fat? It's that. I like that kind of sense of humour. Yeah, it's a good film. Next up, along with my Small Soldiers and Jumanji on Blu-ray, I have another Blu-ray that I purchased recently, which is now on my list of top 10 proudest owned movies and films that I own. Rocky Horror Picture Show 35th Anniversary Edition. It has a ton of special features. It includes the UK and US versions of the film. There's loads of special features and stuff like that. But it's just a really fun film to watch. And if you're going to watch it on Blu-ray anyway, if you want HDTV, you might as well get every kind of benefit you can from this film, because it just... the colour and the style, it just completely blends in with the screen, and you just kind of get that feeling as if it's meant to be on there. I quite like this. Next, I actually purchased for my mother. I like the series. I did not like the film, but the transfer is really good, so I'm probably going to give it a watch. And it is the extended cut, Ultimate Edition of Stargate the movie with Kurt Russell and James Spader. And it was £3, and I know my mum is a massive Stargate fan. She has been for years. And I was just thinking to myself, like, you know what, it's £3. I had £3 spare. I didn't know what else to buy. I didn't buy anything for myself Blu-ray wise that day, so I thought I'd just pick it up. And it looks good, so I'm planning on watching it. Right, and next we're into 3D films. Big Hero 6, as I promised. I know it's very late. Very, very late. But there's not much else I could do about that. It's just a lot's happened since my last video that I just can't talk about at the moment. But yeah, Big Hero 6 is awesome. The Blu-ray transfer is amazing. The 3D transfer is even better. And it's just a very... I think this is so much better than Frozen. Like, this interacted more with me than Frozen. This made more sense. And the fact that it's based on a Marvel comic is even so much better. It's a lot better. A lot of special features on here, which I've watched every feature too. I'm starting to watch special features now, which is actually making me really happy because it's making me enjoy the films more, and I watch the things behind it to show how much effort people have put into the films. But yeah, definite worth watching and buying. Now, I'm going to just state before I show this next film, I hate Tom Cruise. I always have. I probably always will. But I like this movie. Edge of Tomorrow, or... I don't care, it's Edge of Tomorrow. People keep saying, no it's not, it's now Live, Die, Repeat. No it's not, it's Edge of Tomorrow, okay? That's it, right, okay? I like the film, the 3D is outstanding, the story is hilarious, plus sad and angry. But it's great, I love it, I enjoyed it, and I did watch it twice, and I didn't regret watching it twice, and yeah, it's one of those films that you can just get a bowl of popcorn, sit down, lights off, and just enjoy. Which is what I enjoy about my films. Now, there is a video I'm going to do soon about my definition between films and movies, and when I do this video, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will agree. I'm hoping so anyway. But yeah, the film was good. And I hope you guys like it, and if you haven't seen it yet, I suggest you do. It's probably one of the best things he's done ever. Right, next up, I've been trying to get this for ages. I finally managed to get my hands on it. Captain America: The First Avenger. Transfer could have been a little better. I mean, to be fair, Avengers, the first one was a transfer, and that worked brilliantly. If they could make Avengers work, they could have made every other Marvel film work. But for some strange reason, only a select few Marvel films work. Captain America is on a half and half basis. You know, you get really good 3D, but most times it's just 2D scenes. It's kind of, it's weirdly shot. But I enjoyed it regardless. The Blu-ray itself is just amazing, but the 3D is also really good. So haven't seen the whole thing in 3D yet, but I'm hoping to soon. Oops. Next up is a film that totally defines what no. What's the word? It disagrees with what I just said. Or it agrees, sorry. Sorry, I'm half asleep and very ill. Iron Man 3. 3D was not that good at all. 3D was terrible, hardly noticeable, just not worth watching on 3D. But the Blu-ray, again, just the colour and the style it was done, it just looked great. And I hate the movie, and I didn't genuinely like it, but to be honest, watching it on Blu-ray gives it that little bit of an edge that kind of makes you feel like you can watch it again and just see what you think. After watching it again, I did enjoy it, and I still don't prefer it to the first Iron Man or Avengers, but it's an okay film. I like it. Next one, I don't like the film at all. But I guess it's one of those things that I have to own purely for the fact that it's just got a really good kick-ass character, and I like the stories. Underworld Awakening, the 3D is awesome from what I've seen so far. I just like vampires and werewolves, and the fact that Kate Beckinsale is a kick-ass character in anything, so rather than Click. But you know, yeah, so I'm gonna mush this down now. Right, the next two are Blu-ray box sets. I mentioned one in a previous update, but I didn't actually purchase it. I purchased something else instead. And if you know what that was my X-Men Cerebro collection. If you watched my video, then you know what the next one is. It was the choice out of them two. I finally got the other one. And it is the Planet of the Apes Primal collection. It's pretty much the same as the X-Men one, other than you just get the standard Blu-ray of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. You don't get the 3D one with this one. which, to be honest, I don't mind, because I've had Dawn of Planet of the Apes twice and sold it twice because it was crap on 3D. But I like this collection. I haven't watched any of these on Blu-ray yet other than Dawn, but I want to start watching the originals. It's a nice little collection. I'll quickly show you what they look like anyway. That's the first covers on them, and then there's the back covers on them, you know, so it's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, it was a nice purchase. The next purchase is basically one of those ones that my fiance turned around to me and said, you're buying, or I'm not talking to you for a while. So it's something I wanted to get for a while anyway. I eventually got it. It's the Back to the Future trilogy. Now, there was a nicer box set where it's like thinner and a nice shiny design, and you fold it out. I did like that, but I'm also a big fan of cases. I like cases. So I ended up getting the bigger one. That's just the standard 3 in the 1. So yeah, so you've got Back to the Future 1, 2 and 3. Back to the Future 1 looks great. Back to the Future 2 looks great. I've not looked at Back to the Future 3. I'm hoping that one looks great because that's my favourite out of the 3. Surprisingly, even though number 1's meant to be everyone's favourite, but I prefer number 3. It's just a much funnier film. I do have this. Now, I'm not just going to give this away on YouTube. Reasons for is I want to try and get more people to watch my videos. I want to try and get more people to join in and give conversations and try and give me advice about how to try and make my videos more interesting. Probably won't be a depressing git for me, but I want some advice, and I want some YouTubers here to, subscribe to, and to subscribe to me and make my channel a bit more. So I'm going to make a little challenge going on here. Anyone who can boost, I've got currently standing, I've got 14 subscribers here. If people can get me up to at least 20 to 25 subscribers, then what I'll do is I'll choose a subscriber at random. I'll check out one of their videos, and if one pleases me more than the other, or if one seems to get me more than the other, then I will send a picture link through YouTube with the codes to that person. Or if don't want to do that way, anyone who can just get me up to 20 subscribers and on Facebook, and my name is LJ Draco, on a Facebook page that talks about movies and films and stuff like that, then just anyone, if you know me and you've watched my videos and stuff like that, then the other way to do it is you guys have got to write on that movie page, what is my favourite film of all time? And I want people to tell me, and whoever gets it right, I will send them a picture link to their email, or through Facebook, or through YouTube, and that. But I have to get to 20 subscribers, and the person has to get it right. And if they can do that, then I'll start doing this more often when I buy films. I know for a fact that I am going to be buying some of the newer films that are coming out. I'm going to be buying stuff like Fast and Furious. I'm going to be buying stuff like Jurassic World. I'm going to be buying stuff like Jupiter Ascending and stuff like this. I'm going to buy a bunch of new films coming out. And I'm going to do it, and I don't use digital downloads. I never will. I never will. Because I don't like my stuff being downloaded. I like my physical media. Right, enough said about that anyway. You guys decide that can choose what you want to do about the Back to the Future trilogy downloads. But now I'm going to show you the little bit extra towards my channel. Now, one is just a random thing. Now, I went to Brighton as a kid. About 10 or 11 years old. So a lot of people in my family had just passed away. And we went to Brighton as a family kind of thing, just to clear our minds. And I was a spoiled child who went into the Disney store and I saw something I wanted, and went, I want it. I want this. I don't care how much it costs. I want it, and I got it. I haven't seen it since then. Not once have I seen it since. But someone found it for me like 2 days ago, and I'm happy they did, because it now resides on my shelf next to Major Chip and Archer. And it is.
This looks like a job for Mr. Incredible.
Yeah. That, literally that, like, he says other things, but this is it. It's my 12-inch Mr. Incredible. And, yeah, look how spindly these legs are, man. These legs are really thin. But he's really cool. I'm really happy to have him. And the fact that he's been found is amazing. I've got my 12-inch Doctor Who over there somewhere, but someone's lost his screwdriver and jacket. I've had him since I was about the same age. I'll take. It's just nice to have them back. The next thing is something I got ordered from Hong Kong for £10.50. I don't care if people say Hong Kong stuff, yeah, it's cheap knockoffs and copies and whatever. I don't care. They do a reasonable job. I've got a Voldemort one that was copied from the Noble collection from Hong Kong, and I got it ordered for like £3, and it looks cool to me. I still like it. I don't care. It looks nice. Same thing goes for this. I ordered something, and it looks exactly like the one that is worth £80. Just for some reason, the thing looks a bit darker than it's supposed to, and that is my Groot and Rocket figure statue. Now, as you can see, it's just a bust of Groot. He's a bit darker, he's like a darker brown, which I can easily airbrush, but then you've got Rocket on here with the Rocket's gun, which looks really cool. And Rocket looks exactly identical. Groot even looks identical to the actual statue. His eyes, the face sculpt, even the back sculpt looks identical. It's just he's a very darker colour. Now, as you can see, it's an extremely small statue. But it's nice. I like it. It comes up here next to my Age of Extinction Optimus versus Rise Grimlock thing, and it's quite nice. It's on there, it matches, and it looks nice next to my figures. Is it cool? Yeah, and I'm happy with that. I don't mind that it's a cheap version of it. It probably isn't either. It probably isn't. It probably just someone bought it, took it out of the box, didn't like it because it was too small, and sold it for cheap prices on eBay. You never know. They're not all knockoffs. Sometimes they just don't want them. But yeah, it's nice to have it, and it looks decent. The next thing, which is the last thing in this video, because this video's gone on for quite a bit of time, is I was very depressed, and a lot of things was happening, a lot of people were moving into our home, and me and my fiance was under a lot of stress, and we was always arguing, we was always depressed, and a lot of crap was going on, and then basically one day we just decided on payday, I woke up and decided I need to go out of the room for a minute. I went out of the room and I came in and I saw this little box by my TV. And I said to myself, like, why is there a box near my TV? I wasn't there when I left. My fiance was sitting on the end of the bed and she was looking away, all smiling and laughing. I was wondering what the hell's going on. Picked up this little box and it looked like a Disney Infinity character. Now, I don't collect Disney Infinities and I probably won't because they're too expensive and they break easy. And I was like, what? Why is there a Disney Infinity character next to my bed? And it wasn't a Disney Infinity character at all. It was a minifigure in a box that my partner decided to buy me as a surprise, as a kind of thank you for loving me kind of thing, and thank you for being there kind of thing. And I didn't know. And she turned around laughing and asked me if I liked it, and I absolutely adore it. It's small, but it's absolutely adorable, and it's up on my shelf. It's next to my Gypsy Danger and my Robocop, where it belongs. And it is a little Baymax from Big Hero 6. And I absolutely adore it. It is absolutely teeny as anything. But I love it. It's got extendable wings. It's definitely poseable. It's got idle widdle legs. I love it. And, you know, she was a bit upset because she thought I might have not liked it and may not have been happy. And I absolutely do. I'm so happy with this. I mean, it was just after Big Hero 6 came out as well, and I bought it, and she just wanted to say thank you for being a good fiance to her kind of thing. And I was just so happy. I was nearly crying. I was this close to, but it was just such a sweet thing for her to do, and it's just a nice little collector's thing to have on my shelf. And it looks really good, and it's like really well painted, really well sculpted and designed. There's a bunch of other figures that you can get, but I don't want them. I'm really happy with just having the little Baymax. Well, so yeah, that's basically it. I don't think there's anything else to show or to talk about. I've not really got anything else that's new at the moment, but I will be soon. I'm hoping to soon. There's a bunch of kind of figures collectible stuff that I'm ordering. If all of you already know that there's this Jurassic World set coming out in October time, with the 2 collectible dinosaurs, that's a very expensive set. You're looking at about £70 to £80, give or take. And I'm probably going to order it. Because it looks nice, and besides, Grimlock looks extremely lonely. I mean, I know he's a Transformer, so he's got Optimus and he feels better, but he's a dinosaur. He feels old. At least there's 2 dinosaurs that are reasonably new next to him. It might make him think he fits in a bit, make him better. But it's just really nice to have these things, and I'm quite happy. I'm really happy to have. Just as a mention, because of the fact that he just looks sad at me upstairs. My little Toothless, I bought him from Asda's ages ago. I had to put blue tack on his wings because his wings basically just stay up, and I don't like that. I like him having his freedom, so I make his wings stay down. But he looks awesome. He looks cool. He's nicely just nesting on top of the shelf, protecting Gandalf from Bolg. Oh, by the way, that Hobbit figures that I kept in the box for like nearly a year, my fiance told me, I said, why don't you open it? It's not going to be worth anything. So I did, and Gandalf's hat keeps falling off. But yeah, so this is it. This is my collection update, plus little mini things, and yeah. So if people can get me up to 20 subscribers, and if you can tell me on Facebook, on that movie site, only if you're on that movie site. If you're not, then try and do the whole. Try and tell me through YouTube. Preferably try and tell me if you actually know. Don't just go watching my videos and then trying to find out what it is. It might take you a long time to find out. Yeah, so when that happens, we'll see what goes on. But even if you tell me before I reach 20 subscribers, if you tell me beforehand, I'll save your name. I'll send you an email basically saying I know it's you, but I've just got to wait, and then when it gets to 20 subscribers, it'll be yours. Okay, so you just got to wait for it. I know that sounds a bit selfish, but I want to see if this works. If this works, I won't be so selfish on the next ones. I'll just keep going. And to prove I'm not selfish, I don't know. Do you know what? I'm not gonna. I just want to say this on the camera so everyone can hear me. I am not promising these work, okay? I buy most of my stuff pre-owned, so I cannot guarantee it works. But I have a Edge of Tomorrow and the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes UV code. There is no guarantee they will work. So if you try them and go, oh, someone else took them, or oh, they didn't work, I'm already saying I don't guarantee they will. It's just a luck of choice. So to prove I'm not a selfish git by what I'm doing with the Back to the Futures, here is the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Get a good look at it. Yep. And here is the Edge of Tomorrow. If they work, yeah, good luck to you. If they don't, I'm sorry, but this is proof that I'm saying before you take them, I'm not guaranteeing they will. Right, I'm gonna go now, and I'll be back soon for a different. I said I've got a different video. It's a weird video that I'm basically just to describe what the definition of movie and film mean to me, like what it is in my opinion, and hopefully some of you do agree. There will be other videos, like just random things, you know. I want to stick to my Friday video diary. I've only done one of those, and that was like 6 months ago. I'm probably hoping to do more of them soon. But I will be buying more and more stuff. I will be getting some newer films. I will be getting some newer collectible pieces and stuff like that. You just got to bear with me and give me time. And I mean, a lot's going on at the moment. Like a lot of stuff's happening, and yeah. So when that goes through, that'll happen. Anyway, I'm not going to stay too long because it's already reaching up to its 30-minute limit for me. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye YouTube, LJ Draco out.